What's up, everybody? Well, I got another FIREBAT mini PC gameplay video for you guys today. Today, we're doing Liminal Department. Now, I don't know how we'll go here. It could go great and just be like the Allies and be basically fine at 1080p right out the rip. And we might not even have to go through all the settings. I mean, it might drop down like 54 or whatever like that, but if it does, we'll just treat it like the Allies and call it good. But if it can't even hit 50s like the Lenovo was and the Steam Deck was, then we're gonna mess with the settings a little bit. So, let's waste no more time and let's go find out which it picks. So, we're gonna go ahead and just do 1080p like we did on the Allies and all the other stuff. And unfortunately, it doesn't quite do as well as the Allies, so we will be going through all the settings here. But it's still playable, don't get me wrong. But I figured some people might find that subpar, so figured might as well go through all the settings. What could it hurt? Plus it's fun. Gives me more chance to beat the game and all that. So now for 900p medium, which I believe stays over 60 now at least. But we'll also try the other ones too. I mean, we already did one. It'd be silly not to try the other two. I'll also do my settings too, although I don't think I'll have enough VRAM to really do too much with the settings, but I'll still give it a good old try. But anyway, back to the game. So now for 720p low, which gets like esports levels of FPS. I didn't think we needed that much, so I figured I'd do my settings. But just like on the Lenovo, it didn't seem like the FPS dropped as much as I thought it was going to, just by upping all the settings the way I did. But yeah, I tried restarting it and everything too, but didn't seem to make a big difference. And I did that on a couple other systems too, but regardless, let's get some gameplay. Now for my settings, now the FPS did go down, but that could have just been by going up to 900p. I'm not sure if going up to high on the rest of this stuff actually worked. It might still all be on low for all I know, but it didn't look as bad as it did on low. But again, that could just be going up to 900p. Either way, I'm calling up my settings, and we're going to go get some gameplay. So let's go get to it. Well, alright, let's get a little camera recorded gameplay now. I'm not seeing nothing. There's probably something there, but I ain't seeing something. So I'm saying no. See? What was it? Lighting. See, I'm bad at telling the lighting. I guess it was a little dim or something, maybe. Well, whatever. Let's try again. You know what? Screw it. Let's just go and say there's an anomaly, and then see if it lets us go to the next one. Half the time I'll just do that and get a freebie, because you win or you lose, no matter what. Oh, see? Whoa. Well, I think it's safe to say that's an anomaly. It was some kind of achievement, too, if I remember correctly. Evasive plants. Welcome to the jungle! I'm gonna go with a big fat yes. Maybe it's something as simple as they take some of these lights away, too. I guess just because it says lighting doesn't necessarily mean the lighting's dim. Is there anything going on? I don't really see anything. But there's probably some bullshit, obscure thing that I'm just going to not notice and get put back to square one. But hey, that's half the fun of these games. What? I'm not good at telling the deformed objects apparently either. Stuck in a loop, stuck in a loop, stuck in a loop. Oh yeah. Whoa. Haven't seen that before. Don't see nothing. Nope, we fail. Oh well. I'd say that's a great time to wrap up anyway. Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Liminal Department on the FIREBAT Mini PC. And you can definitely find settings that are playable. Heck, even playing at 1080p high is fine as long as you don't care about 60 FPS. But I think my settings did pretty decent. Although, I was wondering this even on my Lenovo. I wonder if it's just like, the settings seemed to work when I went down, but it seemed like none of them really made a huge difference on FPS when I put them back up. I know the resolutions stick, but because I saw the screen flash. But I don't know, it seemed like half the other stuff wasn't actually changing. So my settings might not even be anything. It might just be all low still at 900p. Same thing with the Lenovo. So I was just throwing that out there. But regardless, I think it's a pretty damn good experience on here. And I also like my new little setup here for it. I can get actual screen recorded gameplay without, you know, ruining its performance. And then I can still get you guys some camera recorded gameplay in an environment that looks a lot more like something this thing would be in. You know, nice, really respectable 1080p monitor, just IPS 1080p, nothing special. In fact, it's a kind of crappy IPS screen. You can't even barely see play because it's so wonky. But I just got this to play like FPS games at my friend's houses originally. But now I'd rather just take that little 1440p monitor around with me. I'd never lug something this big around anymore. So this thing's very, very old. But hey, it still works and it does great for this purpose. So works for me. But anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.